We know that we have here in South St. Paul an established set of traditions that all of us hold dear. There are events that all of us look forward to each and every year, and we have fond memories tied to each of these events throughout our lives. We also know that the population of South St. Paul is changing, and as our community changes, as an educator, I feel strongly that we need to change with it. We can still respect our traditions that our town holds dear while still recognizing the need to evolve as educators and ensure that those traditions and opportunities are available to all of our students. We must recognize that equity is deliberate. It takes intention and direct action.
By embracing the color of my skin and my culture as well, I finally felt like I was a part of the South St. Paul community.
I lost motivation due to being culturally and emotionally isolated, which adversely affected my education. It took me until my junior year of high school when I joined South St. Paul's affinity groups to feel like I belonged. I kept coming back more out of emotional necessity than anything. And it was the first place where I really got to know other African girls who went through similar cultural hardships. Having opportunities where I could feel understood is more meaningful than I can put into words.
Despite the numerous gifts that our diverse student population brings to our spaces of learning, there is a serious achievement gap between our students of color and our white peers, a gap that is both substantial and unacceptable. Here in South St. Paul, on average, our students of color perform lower on tests of achievement. Specifically, 73% of white students in South St. Paul met proficiency standards on assessments of reading, whereas only 56% of students of color achieved the same result. Our ACT scores are lower on average, as is our high school graduation rates. Less of our graduates of color enroll in college, and those who do rarely are, even smaller percentage are still enrolled after their first year. Although these statistics may suggest, we know that they do not reflect a true difference in our capability. That's where our affinity groups come into play.
As an international baccalaureate school, South St. Paul takes pride in having an international mindset. And I believe that celebrating the international diversity of the school is both appropriate and well overdue. As Ms. Davis stated earlier, working toward equity must be deliberate. It can't be something that we do when it's most convenient. With that in mind, I humbly ask you meaningfully consider our request to accompany our graduation attire with a simple sash that symbolizes our membership in the South St. Paul affinity groups. Thank you.
So we first questions, and then we'll have you come up and shake. Questions or comments?
Dr. Webb.
So just first of all, thank you. So our whole focus as IB learners is to get to a point where we take action. We don't want to just sit in classrooms for the sake of learning. We want to grow and take action and speak up and have student voice. So first of all, thank you for having the courage to be here tonight. Thank you for having the courage to start the school year in South St. Paul with 530 of our staff members on stage. It is terrifying, we know. But you changed direction for us. You changed the conversation. So much so, just being one of 9 finalists for Teacher of the Year, way to go. So we salute you, applaud you here tonight. We also want to continue the conversation. Ms. Davis came earlier and spoke with the board in our work session. And Mr. Ochaki, I know, has continued to study and will continue studying the proposal that you brought for the board tonight. So we applaud your great work. We're proud of the school board. We're proud of the administration for giving space to student voice. There are school districts that shied away from calling it the Black Pride Organization. There are school districts that don't give space to the student organizations that we are giving space to. So I just want to honor what is tonight. I want to honor where we are tonight. I want to honor you tonight on behalf of the whole school board.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you.